Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate you all so very much. So as many of you know, I elected to do a Shop My Stash this year, which means 1 month we'll be doing a Shop My Stash update, and the following month we'll be doing a Project Pan update, and this one is the Project Pan update. So this is update number 1 for my Project Pan 2021, and I am actually pretty freaking stoked about some of the progress I've made here, and I think that you guys will be too. So if that is what you are here for, you are in the right place. Just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to go in order of how I rolled them out to you. So the first one here was the Buxom Full On Lip Polish. This is in the shade Dolly, and you can see it was laying on its side. So there is a little bit of like movement over here. So this line at the end may be a little bit different than what it was when I wrote the line before I realized that we were still draining here a little bit on the side. But look at the progress. I am so stoked. So we used a smidge bit here. This is pretty much the only lip gloss that I have been wearing on a regular. It is the one that lives in my purse, which is why it kind of leans on its side most of the time. I do have some lip glosses in my Shop My Stash, so I've been trying to rotate through some of those. But for the most part, my friend Dolly here, she gets most of the action, and I am so excited about this. This may be the very first lip gloss ever that I will pan, and I'm excited about that. The next product we have here is this, and this is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade Swan. This is one of those hurdy-gurdy big boys that they came out with years ago. This guy has been in my collection for quite some time. I have only used it a handful of times, but I did take the stopper out of it so that I could dig in there and get some more of the product. What I will say is that this did come in at 1.9 ounces versus the 2 ounces that it was on the 1st of January. So on the 1st of February, as I'm filming this, it was 1.9 ounces. I am getting a little bit of usage out of it, but it's truly not much. This will probably take me a good portion of the year to finish up. It's a product that was like hands down one of my absolute favorite concealers, but I don't know if this video has gone up yet or not. Concealer is just not something I'm into this year. It started last year, late last year. I decided that concealer just wasn't for me anymore. I have super dry skin, I have aging skin, you all know I'm in my 40s, and it just doesn't look good on my skin anymore. So instead of putting concealer on in the typical Instagram, YouTube, like influencer fashion, I do use this to mix my darker foundations to make them a little bit more light. It also has a really horrible texture, in my opinion. It creates texture on my face where there just isn't any. It reminds me a lot of Shape Tape, and if you love Shape Tape, you would love this hands down. I just don't. So it is going to take me quite a bit of time to get through even that 1.9 ounces that it's still, you know, weighing in at. I know that there's not 1.9 ounces in here. I mean, shoot, the bottle only holds like 0.5 ounces or something like that. But it's going to take me a little bit of time to get through the rest of it. So weigh in down below on how long you think this guy is going to be in my Project Pan. The next thing I'm very excited about is this. It is the Profusion No Budge Eyeshadow Primer, and this guy actually is completely empty. So we will be rolling in a new product to replace him. I cannot get anything else out of this. What I will tell you about this is that throughout the process of utilizing this all of January, and it was almost gone at that point, and there were some days that I did multiple eye looks, what I would say is this isn't my favorite. I have decided it's not one that I will go back and purchase, but it's not because of necessarily the product itself. It's just my preferences on eye primers. Again, I'm aging, I'm in my 40s, I have aging skin. So I like a little bit more of an emollient creamy eye base than what this provides. This definitely mattifies your eye look. You definitely need to put a powder over the top of it. It's definitely it's definitely the shit for those of you that want a mattifying eye primer. This just isn't it for me. Next was this guy, and I'm kind of hesitant on where I want to go with this. My goal with this guy was to have it the same size as the cap. I have used it probably 7 times. I have just recently sharpened it, you guys, and this is the Bite Beauty lip pencil in 034. And the goal was to have this the same size as the cap. It would be approximately the same size as the cap. So I think I'm going to keep it in for another rotation, and we'll see where it's at the other rotation. But I definitely think that this will probably be an item that we roll out in the next update. All right, the next item is this. It is the Hourglass Ambient Diffused Light. The goal here was to empty this guy, and I think that you will see that there's quite a bit more pan over here. That lavender like shelf in there is the pan for this product. And I hope that you guys can see it, and maybe you'll be able to see it better in the picture that I took today. It still weighs in at that 0.8 ounces that it weighed in when we first started this project. But there is quite a bit more missing on the side as far as pan goes. I've had many of you tell me that that indeed is the pan for this product. So I'm really hoping it is. I have used this one pretty much every day since starting this project. I think there's been about a week's worth of days that I didn't use this. Really excited about the progress of it. And I don't know if you guys can see, but along this corner there is a little bit of like a crack there. So I think that that piece is going to be the next piece that goes. The next one was this guy, and this is the IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Anti-Aging Eyeliner. And this is what it looks like. Little retractable dude. It was just a sample size in my collection that I just kind of want to get done with and roll out. But we all know that eyeliners last forever. This is what's left, and I'll have a picture up here for you of what it was when we started and what it is now. I have been using this as my tight lining eyeliner. I'm trying to start tight lining these days. That's new to me, so we will see. It works really well for that. I would say, like, it's not an eyeliner that I think is like end all speak all of eyeliners. It's honestly not one of my favorite eyeliners, but I do love this eyeliner for the retractable nature of it, and for me to be able to tight line, because I can get, you know, I can push it up as far as I want to, put it underneath my lid and just kind of try to tight line and then retract it back down. I do love retractable eyeliners for that purpose. I don't love retractable eyeliners because they don't, some of them have a little sharpener back here. This one doesn't, so it's not necessarily sharp, which is why I also can't use it for like doing a wing or along the upper portion of my eye looks, because it's not sharp enough for me to use in that fashion. I have a feeling this is going to be in my collection for a while as well. I don't really put eyeliner on my lower lash line these days, so we will see. We will see. I would be so interested to know how long this is going to be in my life. All right, the next thing I am actually pretty excited about as well, and it is this. I just emptied this guy yesterday. This is the Laura Geller Tinted Under Makeup Primer in Ethereal. I love this primer. I love this primer, probably mostly because it gives me kind of this wonderful glow, this lit from within, like, ambiance to my makeup application. It looked fantastic on my skin if I were just wearing it and not necessarily any makeup. It was what I would put on my face for those no makeup days, and I loved it. I love Laura Geller spackle primers. I think that they're fantastic. I'm mourning the loss of this because I think I said in my intro video, you can't really pick these up mainstream anymore. You have to go to like QVC or something like that to pick up a Laura Geller primer. I do love these primers. I would 100% recommend one of the 9 that she has in the spackle line, but I finished this guy and it was the last one in my collection. So I'm actually kind of excited about it, and you'll get to see what we're rolling in its place. So excited. 2 items of the 12 done. All right, next item is the Fenty Kilowatt highlighter, and this was in the Fire Crystal. You guys will remember that what I wanted to see in this was Pan. It's a highlighter that's been in my life for, you know, since it came out, and it's one of my favorite highlighters. And you guys, I hit Pan. I did. I hit Pan. Let me get close. Oh, I hit Pan. And it's not just baby pan either. It's like a really nice size pan. And I kept going with it because I wanted you guys to be able to see that pan. So we will also be rolling out this guy. I love the Fenty highlighters. Just saying, they're top 5 in my collection. All right, the next one is the Ofra Bronzer and Versatile Matte, and my goal is to finish this guy up. You guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to see a whole lot of traction in this. I only used it honestly a handful of times, maybe like 4 or 5 times over the last month. And the reason why is because I'm also doing that Shop My Stash. I wanted to get some usage out of my bronzers and really figure out if I want the additional bronzers that I have in my Shop My Stash. So I didn't use this very much, but I did get some usage out of it. Again, I do think that this is going to be a product that's going to take me the majority of the year. So what do you guys think about me repressing it? Do you think that that will create an issue with the formulation of it? Do you guys think that that will create an issue with just the product in the pan? I'm afraid that if I repress it, that it's going to just crumble and then it's not going to get any more use because it's just crumbling. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. I would be interested to know. But again, this will last in my collection for quite some time. This is the final item that I was able to finish. And this is, and I know it looks like there's product in here, but I assure you there is not. This is the Lancome Teinte Idole Ultra Wear Foundation, and I am in the shade 270 Bisque Warm, and I used the entirety of this bottle. I was super stoked. I actually didn't get very much use out of this after rolling it into my project pan. When it first started spitting and sputtering at me, it was like maybe 10 days after I had put it into my project pan. So I did take the lid off and dump it upside down and get as much more product out of it as I could, and it only lasted a few days after that. I did finish this product on the 23rd of January, so it also is an empty in my project pan. So we emptied 3 products and hit our goal on a 4th product. So I'll be rolling in 4 new products this update, which is exciting to me. The next thing is this. It is the mini Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. You guys will see a picture of it here as well, but this is what it currently looks like. I have used it quite a bit. You can see there's like no defined lines left on the lipstick. I have used it quite a bit. It is a really nice lipstick. Like I said in the intro, it's not my favorite formula, but it's also not a horrible formula. It does remind me quite a bit of the KVD Studded Kiss in Lolita, that first shade. It reminds me quite a bit of that. So this one is the Charlotte Tilbury shade, and this one is Lolita. I guess Lolita is a little bit more rosy, so it's a little bit darker. But you can see they're very similar. And when I put a darker lip liner with this one, like that Spice or that Bite Beauty lip liner, it does look a lot like Lolita. I love Lolita as a color, so I also love this Pillow Talk as a color. I would be interested in purchasing the darker Pillow Talk. I think it's called Pillow Talk Intense. I would be interested in purchasing that. But I'm on a bullet lipstick no buy right now, so probably for the rest of the year I have way too many and I just don't use enough of them. Hence the purpose of putting a bullet lipstick, even if it is just a mini, into my project pan. I really do like this guy. I really can see me being able to finish it, but it's probably going to be in my collection for the long haul because I have other lip products through my Shop My Stash that I am also using. So this is the Briogeo hair oil that I rolled in here as well. And y'all, Sharpies don't like to stick on bottles that have oil on them. So I did remark the Sharpie mark, but I went back to my video to make sure I was remarking it in the right spot. But Either way, you guys can see that there is a hell of a lot of usage in this. I'm using it pretty much 2 to 3 times a week. So that is where the line was at the beginning. It was like super close to the top of the J, or the back of the J, I guess. J, I don't know my alphabet apparently. And then the new line is below the B. So there's been quite a bit of usage. There's only probably 3 or 4 more uses in here. So we might make it through the end of February, and then this guy will be gone too. So excited. Okay, so that was the 12 items, and as you guys saw, we do have 4 new items to roll in, so I'm gonna go get those real quick. I'll be right back. I wanted to do this in a like-for-like kind of fashion until I decide that that's not what I want to do anymore. So for the Profusion Eye Primer, I am instead rolling in this Kat Von D Color Correcting Eyeshadow Primer. It is a stick eyeshadow primer, much like, you know, J-Cat Beauty, like the eyeshadow sticks, or Sigma eyeshadow sticks. It is just like that. This one is a color correcting one. I did roll this in. I finished the Profusion No Budge eyeshadow primer on the 24th. So I did roll this in on the 24th. When I finish that, I do have a picture that you will see. The great thing about this eyeshadow primer is it does have a little sharpener on the end, so I can get it to like super sharp lines. I can use it for also like cutting my crease and stuff like that. I don't typically use these for that though. This is the kind of eyeshadow primer that I absolutely love. A little bit more creamy, a little bit more emollient, feels good on my eyes. I know I'm not going to have a problem using this because I have been using it every day since I rolled it in. In the spirit of the primer, I am rolling in this. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It's just a deluxe sample size from my collection. I think I got it free with a purchase of the Skin Love Foundation or something like that. I can't remember exactly how this came into my life. But I can see with the lights, this isn't really a like clear container. But with the lights, I can see that my primer is sitting about there. But I am going to also weigh this so that you guys can see what it's weighing in at as well. And I mean, for those of you that maybe don't trust that this is where it's at, but I promise you that is definitely where it's at. These lights are pretty powerful, and it's telling me that the shadow ends right there. So we're seeing it weighs in at 0.6 ounces today as I'm rolling it in, and I don't really think it doesn't take me long to get through primer. So I think that next update, that primer will probably be gone, and we'll have already rolled in another one or another item to take its place. I'm certain of it. That's the problem that I have with doing these updates only once every couple months in conjunction with my rotation with my Shop My Stash, because I finish products and then I feel like I need to update with you before I can roll another product in. Let me know if you guys have a problem with that or how you see it perfectly running on my channel, because I really would love to do this in conjunction with you guys. All right, to take the place of the Fenty Kilowatt highlighter in Fire Crystal, I decided to pull in another highlighter in my collection. This one is actually fairly old. I think I got it for my birthday the year I started my YouTube channel. So this September it will be 4 years old in my collection. It is one that I've used an awful lot, and I did get it actually from Urban Decay as a free birthday gift. It just came to me in the mail one day, and I was like a little tweaked out about it. I thought it was PR because I was dumb then, and it wasn't PR. It was a birthday gift. But this is the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter, and this is in the shade Sin. And you guys, this is what it looks like right now. There is absolutely not really any kind of dip or anything in there. I just wanted to put it in because it's one of the longest living ones in my collection. I'm hoping that you guys can see, you know, just what you're looking at there. And its weight is 1.7 ounces. We do know that, you know, that includes the components, so God knows Any guesses on how long this is going to take? I just want to hit pan in this. I just want to hit pan. So any guesses on how long it's going to take pan? I think in order to hit pan also in that, I'm going to have to adjust how I put on my highlighter, and I don't like that either. So I think that, yeah, I just want to hit pan in this, but I'm used to a fluffy brush kind of girl. This is the brush that I use most days for my highlight, so it's not necessarily like a detailed brush, so I don't know how it's going to work out for me to hit pan, but we're going to see how it goes. And then the last thing I am rolling in to replace the Lancome is another foundation, and I'm putting this foundation in because I don't necessarily love it. It is what I am wearing today. I think that I have found a way to use it and like it. I hate the smell. I hate the smell of this foundation. You all know that I'm super sensitive to smell. Everything in my life smells like fish and old lady. But this doesn't smell like fish and old lady. It smells like straight up chemicals. And I hate putting it on my face. It's like so perfumed and smells like chemicals. It is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy, and I am in the shade Soft Beige. I do feel like it's a little bit yellow for me. I do have to lighten it quite a bit, and I actually have been using this quite a bit to lighten it. It's how I've found a whole lot of usage for this guy as well. Not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. This was brought to me in Subscriber Buys My Makeup. My friend JC bought it. She won with the other foundation that she purchased. It was the L'Oreal Fresh Wear. Loved that foundation. This one, not my thing. Not my thing. I don't like it. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I think mostly I don't like it though because of the smell. Like I just can't with the smell. The smell is awful. It's horrendous. So with that being said, that is my update, my Project Pan first update, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I am really proud already of the progress that we are making. Again, we rolled in 12 products. This update, I had 3 rolling out because we had finished it and 1 rolling out because we had hit goal. So, like, I can't complain. I can't complain. I'm so happy about that. Last year, I was able to finish 21 products in my Project Pan, and this year I'm hoping to beat that. So, like, whether it's 22 products or 25 products, I don't care. I'm just hoping to beat it. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you did, you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. I hope also that you're considering giving my channel a chance here and maybe subscribing to it before you go. If you do that, please don't forget to hit the notification bell. It will notify you every single time I upload a video. I do upload content multiple times a week, and I would hate for you to miss anything. And it would just warm my heart so very much to have you along for my crazy ride here. Welcome you into my awesome YouTube family. You can be watching me every day live through my midlife crisis. Through makeup. So with that being said, again, I thank you guys for coming. I hope that 2021 is treating you all kindly. I hope that you and yours are staying safe and healthy out there, and I hope that you are also wearing your mask when you're out in public, if for no other reason but to protect yourself from the crazy that's out there for just a smidge bit longer. Hopefully one day we will be in a place where we don't have to do that anymore. I hope that you all are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye everyone.